All right. Sorry for that delay. I was having to fix some mic issues, but we've got it up and running now. If you can hear me, put the thumbs up. Do the thumbs up if you can hear me. I want to make sure that the audio is coming through all right. And let's go ahead and get started. So you're getting ready to sell a property through probate. You're getting ready to sell property through probate. You're wondering what are the steps, what are the things that we should do? Well, these are 5 items. 5 items in my experience. I can only speak to my own experiences that help sellers get the properties, get the estates probated when it comes to the real estate side of things. Guys, this is not legal advice. Not legal advice. I'm not an attorney. I'm a real estate agent. I help people sell their properties when they're going through the probate, but I'm not doing this is not legal advice. If you need some attorneys infos, we can give you some attorneys names and numbers that other customers have been happy with in the past when they've processed their probates. But this is not legal advice. It's real estate advice and what to look out for as a seller or an executor when you're taking a property through probate in Oklahoma. Let's go ahead and get started. Item number one. Of course, you'll need the judge's approval. So you won't be able to just go sell a property right away until it's probated. And another thing to keep in mind is because the title company will also require it too. So for clear title, according to the title companies, the probate has to be completed. So if a passing happened and there's an estate that needs to be liquidated, then and there's not structured ways that that's already been done, if the property's not in a trust or anything like that, then it has to go through the probate process. Not legal advice. This is just what title companies require when moving a property, moving an estate, moving the real property through the estate. So does that make sense? You've got to get the judge's approval. Now, if you've opened probate and you don't have the judge's approval to sell yet, then you want to wait. You want to wait until that judge signs off and says, yes, it's okay to sell that property. All right. Any questions on judge's approval? Pretty straightforward on that one, right? Pretty straightforward. Thumbs up, comment down below if that's pretty straightforward. Item number two that will make the sell easier when you're going through probate. I'm not bashing other agents. This isn't what item number two is about. This is a statement of my experience, not bashing other agents, but sometimes a contract may come through, more often than not, a contract may come through with the descendants. Is that the name of it? The descendants name, the person who passed away, the person whose estate is being probated may be on the contract. Not all agents are going to get the supplements and have the buyer sign the supplement correctly and fill out the party selling the property correctly. They're not going to fill that out underneath the seller's name on the contract. A lot of our forms are auto-populated through our local MLSs. And in that case, they may not, even the tax records may not even be updated with the estate of and not the person's name. So keep in mind, we may need to do a name addendum. Not a big deal, but if you'll feel upset seeing the person's name as a person on the contract, just be aware that does happen, but we'll get it corrected with the name addendum, the estate of. Say, does that make sense? Thumbs up, that makes sense. Not a big deal, just something to keep in mind that makes the process a lot easier. We'll get a name addendum if the estate of is not put on the contract correctly. Item number three. A lot of times people are like, Josh, we just want to sell it as is. Working. Sell it as is. We could absolutely do that. But here's the thing I want you to think about. If doing $1,000 in repairs, painting a room or fixing some plumbing leak will get you more money. Let's say $2,000 more. $2,000 more. Is it worth it? That's up to you to decide. If spending $3,000 getting the paint redone, repainting the interior, could potentially get you $5,000 to $10,000 more, is that something looking a little more palatable? If getting brand new carpet throughout, ripping out the old carpet, scrubbing up all the dust, throwing it away with the old carpet, and putting new carpet in, if that $3,000 repair or rehab, whatever you want to call it, gets you $5,000 to $10,000 more, is it worth it? These are things that you'll want to weigh as the executor of the estate on what the estate has cash-wise compared to what the estate could make with the sell of the real property. And delete that once it's done rendering. So fixing up things, it just really depends on cost versus value. That's what it comes down to. As an executor, you'll be able to make that decision. Does that make sense? Thumbs up. Thumbs up if that makes sense. Let's go over to item number 4. The market is what the market is. Don't worry that people are going to try to beat you up on pricing. We'll do the valuation report. We'll come up with what the market is saying the house is worth. If you want to sell as is, you don't want to do any rehabs, we find out what the median value is for home selling in the neighborhood, subtract the rehabs that are needed. There's your list price. It's that simple. It's not hard to price a property when it's going through a probate, depending on if you want to sell as is or if you want to do some minor repairs. If you need some ideas on minor repairs, of course, click the link, get on the schedule down below in the description. There's a Calendly link. Book a call. We'll be able to discuss your specific property that's going through the probate. We'll be able to discuss your wants and desires on the sell of the probate for the estate. And then we'll be able to preview the property, see what we need to do as far as the numbers go, if making some minor repairs would be worth it or not. So the market is what the market is when it comes to pricing a probate property. And don't feel like, oh, they're going to underbid me or give me a low ball offer because it's a property going through probate. The market is what the market is. There's still low inventory at the time of this video. There's still low inventory, and we'll be able to price it appropriately. Buyers will come, they will purchase it, and we'll have it spelt out in the addendum if we're selling it as is or what things are open to negotiations. We'll be able to get it all squared away. I promise you. Don't worry about the market. Don't worry about people giving you low ball offers. There's buyers out there wanting to buy good properties, and we sell probate properties. People want to buy them. And last thing I wanted to chat with you about today, guys, is make sure if there's any minors involved in the estate, you want to make sure that the attorneys take care of the guardianship. You'll want that knocked out of the way because the Oklahoma title companies will need that taken care of also. Now, not all attorneys will know this step. Not all attorneys will know this step. We've run into cases in the past where this step wasn't completed all the way, and we just waited till it was completed. Then we were able to bring the property back live and get it sold. But you'll want to make sure that if there are minors involved in the estate, if the descendant, the person who passed away, had minors, you'll want to make sure that the guardianship part of the probate is squared away also. The Oklahoma title companies will require that to be done. So those are 5 items that will make in my experience, will make the sale of the probate easier. So those are 5 items in my experience that help sellers be more assured that the sale of the property is feasible and it happens. Guys, people sell properties all the time, every single month in probate. It's not a big deal. It's a process that happens. We just take it step by step and we get it done. If you're selling, buying, or investing in Oklahoma real estate, I want to help you. I want to chat with you about what you're looking for, what your needs are, and then my team and I can get to work for you. Click on the link down in the schedule below to schedule an appointment, and I'll see you guys on that Zoom call. Or if you're not going to click on that link and schedule a Zoom call, this video that's popping up right there, that video, that's another video that the supercomputers think you might want to watch. So they think it's another video you might want to watch. It's not one I picked. It's one the supercomputers picked. So enjoy that video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.